Most people think stress happens during the day, but for most breadwinners, including myself, it shows up at night when everything is quiet, but your mind still won't rest. Yung tipong pagod ka na kakatrabaho buong araw, but your mind still keeps going. And if you know that feeling, you're not alone and you're safe here. New mind, new you. Fred here from Blissful Mind. And if you are a breadwinner or a high achiever, someone people rely on, someone who's used to being the strong one in the family, even when you're drained and tired yourself, this channel is for you. Most days you show up, you work hard, you provide, you think ahead. But inside, your mind rarely feels quiet. Even if things are looking okay, even if there seems to be no huge issue or problem, but there's a constant sense of pressure. Yung parang ang isip mo ayaw talaga tumigil ng pag-alala. And maybe you know this feeling. Your mind keeps going even when you want it to stop. You delay things not because you don't care, but it's just that your mind feels scattered and heavy. Some days you sit in your workstation and nothing flows. Napakahirap mag-focus. Parang napaka-unmotivated mo and parating pagod yung isip mo. But you push through anyway because you have to. And over time, the pressure turns into quiet anxiety. Um, Magsisimula ka ng i-doubt yung kakayahan mo kasi feeling mo parang hindi mo talaga kaya. And so you feel guilty even when you're resting. Kahit alam mong pagod na pagod ka na, you still want to push. And therefore, you feel that kind of exhaustion na kahit ilang oras ka nang nakatulog, pagising mo pagod ka pa rin. You're burned out, but you're still showing up. And if that sounds familiar, I want to say this clearly. Nothing is wrong with you. You're not lazy. It's not a mindset issue. It's not a personality flaw. Most of the time, it's just that your mind has been carrying too much responsibility for too long, that it needs rest. And by the way, I'm not talking to you about this from the outside because I myself is a breadwinner. I have a, I have big dreams, not just for myself, but for my family, most especially as well. I carried this pressure back when I was still a corporate employee, as an Amazon seller, a freelancer, and an online entrepreneur. Very different paths, but technically the same mental weight. So, a quick backstory. Before Blissful Mind existed, I used to be a stressed employee. I was a corporate bank operations manager here in the Philippines. And I remember sometimes I would be working from 7 a.m. I would leave the house from 7 a.m. and I would come home at 12 midnight without an overtime pay. And it was very stressful, stress sa work, stress sa bahay. And I was just like everyone else, just like you, the breadwinner. I was showing up. And I was doing the work, I was functioning, but inside my mind was constantly racing, constantly worried, constantly heavy and under pressure. And parati akong may problema. Parang I was always bracing for that next problem. Parating nag-aalala. I was always worried and I don't know why. And because of that, out of desperation, probably I Googled how to stop overthinking because um, it was almost, it was because it was pandemic time as well. And that added to the pressure and that added to the stress. And I got introduced into meditation and hypnotherapy. And I remember I downloaded a hypnotherapy audio from that YouTube channel, and I was told to listen to it in the morning, preferably right after I wake up. And so I did. I tried it for a week. I didn't really expect anything from it, but out of desperation, I just wanted to try anything that I can to calm my mind at that moment because I couldn't really I couldn't really endure it na hindi na ako makatulog because I was constantly overthinking. Ang dami kong iniisip, parati akong kabado on a daily basis. And surprisingly, after a week, something shifted. Parang for the first time in a very long time, my mind felt safe to let go. I remember that one session, one morning, that I was in a deep meditative state and I cried. I'm not sure why, but I'm not sad, but I just cried. And after that, I felt like something was taken out from my gut. It was an energy that was taken from my gut. And I felt like all the years of those mental tension, pressure, yung worry got released. And it was sort of like magical for me. Na parang I was so shocked how I felt so light for the very first time. And my breathing softened, my body was so relaxed. It was so easy to be happy. And it was everything was just light. It was as if I was seeing life for the very first time again. Na parang everything was um parang I was able to enjoy everything. Nai-enjoy ko yung pagkain ko, nai-enjoy ko yung watching TV, um engaging with my family, with friends. So that definitely changed my behavior, my mindset, and something definitely shifted. And I don't know what it is. Um, my mind became so clear. I was so present, and my mind never gone back to how it was before. And so that experience showed me something very important that having a calm mind is not something that is gifted to one person. It's not a personality trait. It's a trained state. Anyone can be calm and relaxed. And when the mind resets, everything changes. How you think, how you decide, how you work, how you basically live your life. And that definitely happened to me. And so I created Blissful Mind because I felt like I have to share this with a lot of people, especially for those breadwinners and high achievers who want to do something big for themselves and for their family for sure. So I decided to train in hypnotherapy and I trained under Paul McKenna, one of the leading hypnotherapists from UK, because I really wanted to understand what triggered the shift and how I was able to change my life, my mindset, my mind in an instant through that hypnotherapy audio. And what I learned was simple. Um, Hypnotherapy puts you in that meditative theta brainwave state that allows your mind to feel safe. And when your mind feels safe, clarity returns. It's very easy to focus. Ang gaan ng feeling. You're very present, and so it's easy to be productive, and that creates momentum, and momentum builds confidence. Than anything else, I learned that nothing was wrong with me. It was just my mind was overloaded with that mental tension for the longest time, and it just had to be released. And I'm so glad that I stumbled upon that hypnotherapy audio. This channel is not about forcing that motivation or pushing harder or forcing that positive thinking. I created Blissful Mind for breadwinners and high achievers who want to chase their dreams and support their family still, but minus the constant mental tension, that daily stress and struggle, and burnout. So here we talk about the patterns that many Filipino breadwinners experience, and to and how to treat them, how to fix them, and like why your mind won't shut off at night, why overthinking leads to delay, why you aren't motivated when you are under pressure, or why you are guilty when you rest, even if you've done a lot of things already, and basically how calming the mind allows you to live better and have that clarity and that confidence that you need to pursue your goals without the burnout. And the goal for this channel is very simple: to help you become calm, clear headed, focused, confident, strategic, and productive, minus the chronic stress. And so, because when your mind is calm, you don't lose that competitive advantage, you actually take it back. And so, if you want a quieter mind and a stronger way to live your life and pursue your dreams, please consider subscribing. This has been Fred. New mind, new you. Ciao for now.